I knew you when I had a friend. Very deeply, love left within. But somehow it got loose when it was all so tight. Somewhere we went wrong when we were all so right. What's a man to do when he just can't take no more? What's a man to do? What's my heart to do when my mind beats it to the door? Now I'm trying again, and now this is the end. Tell me what's the use of holding on if we can be friends? Everybody, I'm emotional, and I can't let go. I am trying to hold on to you. What a bop. Though it hurts me so, I gotta let you know, oh my God, that the love we once shared now is through. I'm saying goodbye to you. Okay. All right. You guys, I'm just going to pre-warn you that I am feeling more emotional than I have been in a long time. And I don't know what this show is going to bring. But we are going to do our best to get through it. Hey, hi, what's up? You are now tuned into an all-new episode of A Seat at the Table podcast, where there's always a seat for you. Yes, welcome. I am your hostess with the mostest, bringing you in 61 shows deep. Give it up for us. 61 motherfucking shows for this podcast, okay? Bitch, I didn't think that I was going to get through 10 shows, much less 61 shows, over 200,000 listens. I am just always, I don't know, at a loss for words, the fact that you guys would take the moment, take the time to actually sit there and listen to me. Girl, you crazy. But at any rate, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I love you for listening. I am Gail. And you can find A Seat at the Table podcast on Facebook, A Seat at the Table pod, all one word. You can find us on Instagram, also A Seat at the Table pod. That is A Seat at the Table pod, all one word. And then you can also find me on Twitter at Galonda Adams. That is GAILONDAADAMS. At Galonda Adams. Follow us, look for us, add us, email us, A Seat at the Table podcast for you. That's the letter that's the letter 4. Jesus help me. All right, I told you this is going to be a rough side of the mountain kind of show because, girl, your girl has been going through it. We are going to get to that in a second. Okay. All right, you can email us, A Seat at the Table podcast for you. That is the number 4, the letter U, at gmail.com with any questions, any feedback, any concerns. All right. Let's all just take a deep breath. Fill your lungs with the Holy Spirit because the devil has been very busy. That inhale sounded like I had a lot of hair, maybe a possible booger in my nose, but I don't. Let's try that again. Come on, take it in. Listen, no one's even looking at you, so don't be all self-conscious. Go ahead. Fill up your belly. Sit up straight. Fill up your belly and your chest with the air, and then just deflate yourself like a balloon. And then let everything go limp. All right. First of all, you guys, it has been a very busy week for the devil. He obviously is enjoying himself. As you well know, Mercury is in retrograde. Now, for those of you who are often confused and or antagonized by Mercury being in retrograde, the notes on that is that when Mercury is in retrograde, that oftentimes what that alludes to is that there's going to be kind of a lapse in communication for a lot of people. I I believe in astrology to the sense that I do believe that the date and the time and the sign to which you were born, they're not accidents, they're not coincidence. I do believe that it very much means something. The rising that you're born under, all those things, I do believe that there is some significance to those things. What I don't believe, though, is that you can live your entire life just based off of what is going on with astrology. Does that make any sense? So as much as I believe in horoscopes and all that other stuff, I also believe that, there's a much wider array of contribution and ingredients to how we are, what we are, who we are, where we are, blah, da, 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 da. So anyways, yes, Mercury is in retrograde, bitches, and the girls are acting far up. All right, so should we get to the mess first? Should we get to what's going on with me? What's going on with you? What's going on with us? Should we get to the celebrities first? All right, let's just go ahead and dip and dive and zoo it with the celebrities because, girl, they are boring me this week. Fucking Jermaine Dupri. All right, so Jermaine Dupri pissed off the rap girls this week. And all of them, might I add. He pissed off Nicki. He managed to piss off Rico Nasty. He managed to piss off Doja Cat. He managed to piss off. And for all of you guys who don't know who these female rappers are, I implore you to look these people up. He managed to also piss off quite possibly the biggest hip hop female rapper right now, Cardi B. He did an interview, Jermaine Dupri, which when asked about his opinion of female hip hop and women in hip hop right now, not necessarily females, because, females are actual animals and we refer to gender, but women in rap right now, women in hip hop, Jermaine basically said that it is like watching a bunch and listening to a bunch of strippers rap. All they talk about is stripping and dancing and men and blah, da, da. So here's my opinion, right? Because I know you have one too, and we're probably going to align on this. But I felt like Jermaine Dupri had no space, no inches, no room at all, okay, to parallel park his car in the space of female hip hop. No, he did not. It's too tight, nigga. What the fuck are you doing in there? I do believe that in terms of media and attention, he knew exactly what he was saying and or doing. I'm sure he knew that that would be a controversial opinion, if anything. I think, though, that Jermaine definitely had a point in terms of the women in hip hop music that is considered pop culture or mainstream. So I don't know about you, but I can't go anywhere without hearing real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga. Hey, 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 hey. Now, I like that song. I like City Girls. Free my girl JT. I'm a bigger fan of JT than I am of Carisha. Carisha has some problematic views as it pertains to homosexuality, but that's neither here nor there. I like the City Girls. I like their vibe. I've always liked Miami music. I love Trina. I love Tula. There's a lot. I love Rick Ross. I love, Miami just has a flavor to it that is very much different than Southern, what we consider Southern hip hop. And I don't know. I think that Jermaine Dupri, you guys got to understand though, that Jermaine Dupri, the woman, that he chose to be aligned with is the Brat. And the Brat, now I don't want to make any assumptions, right? Don't look at me with the side eye. I don't want to make any assumptions about the Brat and or her sexuality based off the way that she physically presents herself in terms of, her image. But I've always thought of the Brat as, a young little stud muffin, right? Okay. So with that said, she wasn't out here rapping about popping her pussy and stuff like that and, just getting this money from these niggas. The Brat was out here like rapping just as hard as the male rappers. But that's also like, if you're going to compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges. I would also say, like, I would consider, like, a Dej loaf, like, probably more of a brat style, and not even, because I feel like Dej has been able to give us some level of femininity, and the only time I remember a level of femininity coming from the brat in terms of what she presented as her hip-hop persona was the song that she did with Tyrese, What Do You Like, right? If you remember that video, she had on a bikini, she was, I like them brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, hey, come on, Brad. What do you like? A whole lot of fun. Around when you get this started. What do you like? Don't wanna hug. You wanna drop top party. What do you like? Somebody that can make you say wow. Oh how. Oh how. Right. That was a bop. Go back and listen to that. But that was probably the only time that we really loved Tyrese, as far as my memory can recollect. Because I'm not a fan of the Fast and Furious. But that is really, if you're thinking about who Jermaine Dupri aligns himself with, that is the hip-hop female rapper that he aligns himself with. So no, he's not going to necessarily see the add value to a Doja Cat or what is her name? I can't think. Rico Nasty. There's a lot of women in hip-hop right now. And if you understand anything about the music business, you know that oftentimes there are waves that the music industry rides. So, for instance, if female rap proves to be a quantitative value, meaning that the record industry can actually make real dollars off of it, you will then see the market be flooded with female rappers, right? If mumble rap is the thing, then you'll start to see that be a thing that the music industry and radio kind of floods, and everyone kind of gives their attention to. You know, the clout chasers will be like, oh my God, whatever. The Meg Thee Stallion has always been everything, and that's my girl, and I love her so much, and I'm riding the boat. But that's the thing. I think that Little Kim and Missy, who's on the cover of Marie Claire this month. Shout out to Missy Misdemeanor Elliott, who is said to be making a very triumphant return to the hip-hop arena. And people like Trina and Foxy Brown, and, you know, there was countless women in hip-hop, Lauryn Hill, who made very large contributions, not just to women in hip-hop, but hip-hop by and large, right? So, I don't know. I just felt like Jermaine Dupri didn't really have any room to talk. Everyone from Cardi B to Meek Mill to just everyone's been weighing in on who they think the hottest female rapper is in the game. Who do you guys think is the hottest right now? Known or unknown? It doesn't have to be anybody super popular. If you dig Young M.A.'s mixtapes and that's your girl, then that's your girl. You know what I mean? I feel like there's room for everybody. I don't necessarily think that we need to choose one female hip hop artist just because. Like, I don't have to just like Meek Mill. I can like Meek Mill and Drake if I want to, you know. So I don't understand why there's this just super focus and what seems to be a super negative focus on women in hip hop. But hopefully everyone will get the picture that Tierra Whack is amazing. Rico Nasty is amazing, who has a really great, her last EP was just so dope. There was another young lady, I want to say her name is Orionica. Maybe that's her. Is that her Instagram name? You guys know who I'm talking about. But there's a lot of people and a lot of women in hip hop right now who are doing the damn thing. Meg Thee Stallion, we are all riding the boat. We're all trying to have a hot girl summer. Can we discuss this for a minute? You guys, what the fuck is a hot girl summer really? Because I'm getting mixed reviews and I'm getting really mixed up about what it is I'm supposed to be doing. First of all, I thought a hot girl summer meant You weren't going to be buying your own lunches, your own dinners. You were always going to have to get your wardrobe correct because niggas would always be asking you out. I thought that that's what a hot girl summer was going to entail. I am seeing people say that a hot girl summer is being with one nigga all the time and being booed up. Is that a hot girl summer? Or I'm seeing girls say like, oh, I'm